Shalom, family. This is Wanda. This is Diaspora Connect. Thank you so much for tuning in. I decided to do a video today and welcome. Welcome to my channel. This is Diaspora Connect. Thank you to my new subscribers. I want to say welcome in the room. Thank you to my faithful subscribers who've been rocking with me from day one. Welcome back, fam. Do me a favor, thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Hit on the notification bell to be notified so whenever I do a new video or live that you will be notified. Thank you so much for taking the time to view my content. I decided to do a video today and I wanted to discuss, let me get my topic, y'all. I actually wrote notes on this one. Let's see. Okay. Why the name of this video is why I quit my 9 to 5 and moved to Africa. Why I quit my 9 to 5 and I moved or relocated to Africa. So I noticed that a lot of people are talking about their 9 to 5 and a lot of people are discussing why they don't like the 9 to 5, why they're quitting their job. So I wanted to do a video and I wanted to talk about why I decided to quit my 9 to 5 and move to Africa. Let's go back, back in 2020. And at this time, I was 50, in my 50s, I think. 40s, late 40s. I think I was, yeah, 50. So I decided to, I was thinking and contemplating on moving to Africa. My first visit to Africa was back in 2019 and I went to Ghana. So I had in my mind and my desire was to relocate and live in Africa full time. So that is something that was my heart's desire. So I did try and start planning to do that. I actually got tired of working, first of all, for other people. I got tired of working for other people and using my abilities, my skills, my knowledge, and experience making another company rich. Even though I was getting paid very well, making pretty good money, but I still had a desire to do my own thing, live on my own terms. I wanted to feel free. As long as you work a 9 to 5, you're on someone else's clock. And the only time that you really have to do what you would like to do is on like the weekends. And have what, 2 days off? Some people don't even get 2 days. Saturday and Sunday was for me. Work every day. Saturday and Sunday was for me. And also I worked shifts. We had different time shifts. For the first year or so, I worked the morning shift, and then eventually, it's funny because after I went to Ghana on vacation and came back, they changed my shift to night shift. So I feel like I was being punished because I went on a vacation for 2 weeks out of the country, and so they knew it. So these are the type of things that happen to us as Black people in America when we work for certain companies. You can't tell them what you're doing. You can't tell them your plans because they might get jealous and then try to jeopardize your job, try to fire you, or try to, make it difficult for you. So I had to kind of be a little bit private with what I was planning, but I did tell some people. I had to tell my supervisor, of course, so I had to request that time off. Then people were asking me, and I ended up telling them. But yeah, I noticed the difference when I got back from Ghana and I went back to work. And in the environment that I worked in, it was a lot more of white people than Black people. And I worked for Ford Motor Credit Company in Colorado. Shout out to you. And so I work for the finance company. So we basically finance cars, we repossess cars and all that for Ford cars, Ford trucks and cars. So I noticed, I felt the stress of like oppression when I would go to work. Yes, the money was good, but it was a stressful job in that you have like 200 something cases or a lot of cases, and you have to look at each case every day and make sure you're doing certain things at certain days of the month. Day 23, they past due, you're doing this. Up to day 60, if they're past due, you're repoing the car. All this, you're searching for it. You're doing detective work. You're trying to find their homes and their relatives' house. Like it's a lot. It was a lot of stress involved in it. And then if you mess up, make a wrong mistake, or say, your calls are being recorded, you couldn't say certain things. It was just a stressful job. And so I couldn't see myself doing that job till 60 something. Yeah, I just couldn't see myself doing that. So I was planning an escape. I was planning my escape. I wanted to be free, and I wanted to be free before I turned retirement age. So even though I was late 40s, early 50s, that's still not retirement age. Still too soon. Retirement age is like late 50s and 60s or whatever. So I still had some years that I needed to work, but I was at a point where I was ready to leave, and I wanted to relocate to Africa somewhere. So I had to make plans, but that is the reason, the main one of the main reasons why I was just like ready to leave, because it was so stressful, and every day over your head you're hoping that you don't mess up, like you with us as black people working in corporate America. You can't make a mistake. You have to be perfect. You can't make a mistake like a normal person would, a white person would, because you're going to be held to a higher standard. They're going to be harder on you than they are on your counterparts, because that's how it is in America when you're black. You have a job, especially if it's a good paying job, they're going to nitpick everything you do. Every little mistake you make is going to be magnified. So you got to basically outperform. You got to be on top of everything. You can't relax, and you can't let stuff slide. Everything got to be, you have to be on point with everything. Where you see your counterparts, they can make mistakes and say, "Oh, I'm sorry," and nothing happens. They just say, don't do it next time. But if I made that same mistake that my counterpart would, a woman, I mean, another a white person or another nation, I couldn't make the same mistake, because it wouldn't be careful. It would be like, let me write you up. So they'll write us up for everything, every little thing, and then after a certain number of write ups, it's like they'll start developing like a pattern against you. They'll start documenting every little thing you do. So then when you have all these little, you don't even know it now. You're working and you're not, you're just happy go lucky thinking everything is good, but they're already setting you up. They have they're creating like this pattern that for you in your record. Like they're constantly writing you up for every little thing. So if something major happens and you major mistake, then at that point they're calling you in the office to try to write you up, and you're like, only made like one. What happened? So when you get in there, they have this laundry list. They have this long list of mistakes and errors that you made, and you're in shock. Like, are you kidding me? You're like documenting every little thing I do. They're like watching you and documenting every little thing you do. And they're creating this narrative of you being irresponsible, or you can't keep up, or you messing up, calling you in the office saying, "Oh, I noticed you making all these little mistakes. Maybe you looking for ways to demote you, or looking for ways to suspend you, or looking for ways to cut your pay." Like they're always looking for ways to to basically get you fired as a black person. It's just, it doesn't matter what job it is. It doesn't matter what position. And so I got tired of that. Like I've been dealing with that ever since in my 20s. I went to college in my 20s, graduated, got a degree, and came and started working. And it's like every job is like that. You get fired, you can get fired for nothing. You can get fired for stupid stuff. You be accused of stuff, or they just watch every little thing you do. So they start building this record against you. And I just got tired of doing that. At my age, I was like, I'm ready to retire. I'm ready to stop working, even though I'm not retirement age, but I'm ready to stop working, and at least stop working for other people. I started having this desire to live a life on my own terms. I had this desire to um, create a business for myself. I always wanted to have my own business. And I went to college. I have a bachelor's degree in business, but I could not think of what area I wanted to do business in, because business administration is so general. You basically have you basically learn a little bit of every area, like marketing, accounting, finance. You do business law. You do a little bit of everything. So you don't have like a specialty area that you specialize in, like marketing or management, nothing like that. Everything is general. So it was just so hard for me to figure out what type of business that I wanted to have of my own. And it just relocating to Africa was right up my alley, because then I see that the services that were needed here, or it actually started off with consultations, me helping our people. So every job I've ever had has been service jobs where I help people. So I knew it was going to be in an area where I assist people or help people to, or teach people, something like that. So this was a perfect opportunity for me to relocate to Africa. It's so many areas that we could, you know, uh, tap into here on the continent. And at the time when I was leaving America, I did not know that until I arrived here, and I started seeing the opportunity specifically of me doing consultations to help our people, because I got here in July 2020, and everyone was reaching out to me day and night. Like I couldn't sleep because, of course, the hours are different. We day here is night in America, so everybody's asleep. But then when it's time for me to go to sleep, everybody's awake. So all night I'm up answering questions. People are like, "How you like it? How is it? How is it managing there?" Like I was answering so many questions, which is why I decided to start charging for consultations, because I was spending hours upon hours talking to people, giving advice and giving information and telling them, showing them my life here, which opened the door for me to be able to create a business. But that is the main reason why I quit my 9 to 5, because I just got tired of the being controlled. Like they tell you, when you can have your lunch break, you get 1 hour lunch break, two 15-minute breaks every day, Monday through Friday. You're on somebody else's time. They controlling you, and all of your gifts, your talents, your energy, your skills, everything is going into building another person's business or corporation or company. Like you're being depleted basically. And yes, you're getting paid, but the pay is not enough to me, uh, based on your what you're giving them, like your life source. They're not paying you enough for what you're giving them. You're giving them this is your time and your life and your energy. And so um, I just got tired of that. I was just like, it's time for me to live on my own terms. It's time for me to feel free. I have been living over here in Tanzania for 4.5 years, and I've never felt as free as I've felt since I've been over here. Like, yes, it's a bit stressful financially, because when you have a business, a small business or a new business, the income is not coming in, like it's not flowing in like that. So you kind of hit or miss. Some months are better than others, and then you never know how much you're gonna make. So it's an up and down, financial situation. So that could be a bit stressful, but at the same time, it's rewarding. Where it's over here in Africa, it's not as expensive to live here, so you can manage with little. So even if you don't, with your business, you don't make a lot initially. It takes time to build up your income, your revenue. And so, you just have to manage with what you make. And because it's not as expensive, it's manageable, it's doable. And so, but yeah, this is kind of why I quit my 9 to 5, because I was still actually working when I first got here in July. And I actually quit my 9 to 5 in December of 2020. And I haven't worked a 9 to 5 since then, not even online. I've just only been focusing on my own business, doing my own marketing, um, you know, doing consultations and doing referrals and making connections here in Tanzania. I haven't worked for anyone else since December of 2020. And boy, I didn't see my life. I didn't see myself doing this before I started doing it. It was just kind of like uh, a dream, and it was just kind of something that I was like, I'm gonna roll with it. And of course, I had faith in the Most High. He kind of led me through to this process. I felt in my spirit that He didn't want me to work anymore. I really felt that because every time I did try a couple of times to find some jobs online. I did try to actually apply at the embassy here when I first got here. That didn't work, and none of the other jobs he did either. And I just felt in my spirit he didn't want me to give my life energy, my time, my, the gifts that he's given me to other people was like enough is enough. I felt that, but I felt like he wanted that for me, which is why I quit my 9 to 5 because I had that option in December 2020 because I was on sabbatical. So I came over here on a 2 week vacation. I got sabbatical because of COVID, so I'm still getting paid. And then in December of 2020, my job was like either you come back or you quit or we fire you or whatever. So at that point, I resigned. I gave in a 2 week notice. And so at that point, I had a 401k that was released to me, which did help me out here also be able to get my place and be able to buy my furniture and all that, be able to create my business. And so that's how I was able to do some of the things that I was able to do over here and set up the business because I knew I needed income. So, and I knew I wanted to stay. So I uh, had to have things set up for me. And that's what I did with the money I had. So that was basically savings. And so, yeah, that's basically why I quit my 9 to 5 and I moved to Africa. I initially came here on a 2 week vacation initially. And I wasn't sure how I was going to stay, but I knew that the Most High wanted me here. And I knew that He would work things out for me. And I did have faith in Him, trust in Him. I couldn't see it, I could not see it. And even now, sometimes I don't always see it, but He always provides. He always makes a way out of no way. And so, yeah, that's why I was able to quit my job. And I'm still have been over here living in Africa, Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, going on half, so 4.5 years. And all is well. I created a business and I'm still moving forward. So if that's a desire of yours and you want to do it, you can do it as well. Just have to, um, you know, try to plan, try to think, pray, have faith, and things can work out. You don't have to work at a company till you're 60 something years old and give them all the best years of your life, or at least try to create something for yourself, whether it's a YouTube channel or Instagram, TikTok. Is a lot of social medias they pay. Um, I'm not monetized yet because of certain things that I have to tweak some of my videos, I guess, and try to be good and watch what I say. So I'm working on that. So December will be the next time that I will be able to apply to try to get monetized. So we'll see when December comes. Yeah, so I've been kind of blocked out till then because they're saying certain videos, I'm saying certain things. I'm trying to be more strategic in what I say. I'm trying to behave so I can get some of this change at least that will help me over here. But yeah, in the meantime, I've been over here by the grace of the Most High. So all praises to Him, and He's worked it out and helped me through. He'll help me to, and of course, He sent people and sent resources and set things up for me with other people blessing me. So that's been a blessing as well. So, of course, my business and stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to do this video and talk about why I quit my 9 to 5 to move to Africa. So yeah, but thank you so much for tuning in. I'll do another video in the next couple of days, and I have a backup channel, and it's called I had changed the name. It was from Babylon to the Promised Land, but I changed it to um let me see what the name of it is. It's called Starting Over at 50. That's my backup channel. Starting Over at 50 and moving living in Africa. So on that channel, which is my backup channel, I am going to talk about more personal things, not so much as consultations in business and showing you different stuff in Africa. That's on this channel, but on that channel, it's going to be more like my personal experiences being in my 50s and starting life again, starting all over again, personal struggles and personal relationship issues and stuff. That's going to be on my backup channel. I have to make sure that the content that I put on that channel is not the same content as going to be on this channel, because I'm noticing that with YouTube, tend to they have a problem sometimes if you double putting the same videos on the two same channels. So my content on the other channel is going to be all about life in your 50s, starting over, in your 50s. Yeah, and so whatever life challenges I've had, relationship issues I've had, it's going to be on that channel. So yeah, but check it out. It's called Life. Uh, like I told you what it was called. Yeah. So check it out and go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. I think I got 35 subscribers over there. It has been created, but I haven't really been posting on it. I've been posting on this channel, but I'm gonna start posting on that channel, and it's gonna be more like, check that channel out. I did a video on it today, and it's talking about my narcissistic relationship, surviving narcissistic abuse on that channel, where I've had a couple of narcissistic relationships. And I want to share those with you so you can see the type of people I have been drawn to myself, y'all. It's just been unreal, y'all. These type of men, yeah, off the chain. But anyway, I'm going to end this. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thumbs up. Hit on the notification bell to be notified. So whenever I do a new video, you'll know. And don't forget to comment. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for taking the time to view my content. And shalom, salama, peace, family.